Hello, Heroes of Kvatch. I'm Genesis. Welcome to a guide to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, this time going over Black Soul Gems, what they are, what they do, and how you can get them. Through necromancy, Black Soul Gems are corrupted Grand Soul Gems made to capture the souls of the humanoid races, or the playable races, for use in the necromantic arts, or in our case, enchanting, with the best possible results. Also, if you're working with a certain Daedric prince by the name of Vermina, a Black Soul Gem will be your offering. The reason you would want a Black Soul Gem over a Grand Soul Gem for enchanting purposes is it's fairly tedious to get a Grand Soul creature, especially if you're not the level in which they're appearing. Are you going to easily encounter Minotaur Lords, Ogres, and Liches at level 1? Probably not. Bandits, on the other hand, are available by the bushel, basically at any time. And if you soul trap a bandit with a Black Soul Gem in your inventory, you'll get a Grand Soul right there. So now that you have an idea of why you would want a Black Soul Gem over a Grand Soul Gem, we can now go over how you acquire Black Soul Gems, aside from fighting necromancers and hoping that they drop. But first, a little prep. You're first going to need the Soul Trap spell. This can be found through spell merchants in the Imperial City, and you'll also need an empty Grand Soul Gem. The more, the better, in fact. Purchasable, again, from magical vendors, many of which can be found in the mages guilds around Cyrodiil. Spell and gem in hand, we can now get into the process. Through normal progression of the game, you'd probably be joining the mages guild anyway, because that was initially the only way to get access to the enchanting altars. But throughout the mages guild quests, you do slowly uncover how necromancers are making Black Soul Gems, but we're going to bypass that and start with the 4 locations you can find necromancers' altars, where these Black Soul Gems are being made. On the western side of the map, between Kvatch and Skingrad, are Fort Istrius and Fort Linkal. Both of these old forts have necromancers' altars there. And on the east side of the map, near the mountains, is the Dark Fissure, and far south of that, near the Panther River, is the Ayleid Ruin with an altar, Wendelbeck. Knowing the locations of these isn't enough, as the Necromancer's Moon quest describes, because you'll need the Shade of the Revenant phenomenon to happen before you can create Black Soul Gems. And this phenomenon happens every 8th day from when the game starts. In fact, here's a small timetable for it. When this phenomenon appears, between midnight and 12 p.m., the Necromancer's altar on these sites will have a purple beam of light illuminating the area. That will signal you to place your Grand Soul Gem into the altar, cast Soul Trap on it, and it should transform from a Grand Soul Gem to a Black Soul Gem. Now you can understand why I recommend bringing a handful of Grand Soul Gems instead of just one, because waiting upwards of 7 days for this phenomenon is tedious and kind of annoying. And as a bonus, since you're right outside of a Necromancer's outpost in each of these locations, as a bit of irony, you can put the Necromancer's souls into your Black Soul Gems and use them to create some cool enchanted gear. So what is the first enchantment you went with when you had your filled Black Soul Gem? Or did you use it to recharge on accident? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're not tired of me or Oblivion content just yet, feel free to check out the Daedric Quests guide I did for Oblivion as well, where again, a Black Soul Gem is one of the offerings. And if you found this useful, entertaining, or both, please do whatever it is you see fit to show that. Among the things you can is by showing your support through patreon.com/KatoGenesis, like the amazing people on screen now, including Wasteland Legends, Sven, and David Hoover. Thank you so very much for watching. I'm Genesis, and may you wander Cyrodiil like you own it.